Okay, good evening everyone. Today we are going to work with unit number 6, which is the last unit, but I need you to pay attention please because in the exam we are going to have information or questions about unit number 4, 5, and 6, okay? So here today we are going to work with this page. Everyone, if you have your books there, open them and we are going to work with books on page number 48. Here we have homes and cities. So as you can see, when you talk about homes, it's vocabulary or things related to houses, including furniture, maybe parts of the house, no? So let's see. Here we have a small space. Look at the 3 rooms and the items of furniture. 3 rooms. Look at these rooms and items of furniture. Which of them do you have in your home? Here we have, look at these rooms items. Okay, here we have 2 rooms, right? One of them is a place where you sleep, where you watch TV, for example. And here we have another room that is the kitchen, I guess, right? So here says, which of them do you have in your home? Both of them. I am sure that all of you have a kitchen and a bathroom, right? But they are not the only parts of the house. Which other parts of the house do we have in a house or in an apartment, for example? Here we have the bedroom, the kitchen, and here in the box there we have some other words related to homes, in general related to houses and apartments. For example, here we have the kitchen, bathroom, the living room, stove, closet, armchair, sofa, and mirror. Here we are going to underline these ones, the kitchen, bathroom, living room, and no more, because these ones here, they are rooms in a house, no? The different places that we have in a house or in an apartment, for example. And these ones here, the ones that you see here, like the stove, the closet, armchair, sofa, and mirror, those are items of furniture, muebles, the furniture, or the different objects that you have in your house, okay? So to see more words related to furniture, to objects in the house, and also related to rooms at home, we are going to go to page 145. Here says go to page 145, and there we are going to see more words related to furniture. So if we go to page 145. Here in your books you have a bigger list and also a picture, a very detailed picture with different parts of the house, as you can see, and also the different objects or the different items that you have in each room. Okay, so now here you need to label the pictures with the rooms and the places in the box. Then you need to listen and check. Of course, we are not going to listen since we don't have the audio, but we are going to check our answers in order to see which pictures are go with each word. Okay, so let me open here this, and here we can see I am going to write the answers for each place. Okay, for example, first I am going to repeat and then maybe you can help me how we match these words with the pictures here. Here we have yard, balcony, kitchen, bedroom, living room, bathroom, dining room, study, the garage, hall, attic, basement, and stairs. So what we need to do here is we need to match them with every word in the picture. Okay, so number 1, let's see here. If you see, I am going to write the answers here. I'm gonna write the answers in this little box so that you can see where each word goes. Okay, so number 1 would be the attic. Number 2, that's the study. That's the study. That's a place where people usually read. They, for example, they have books. That's the study. Yes. Number 3, let's see what we have in number 3. Yeah, that's definitely a bedroom. No, a place where you sleep. You people have televisions. They watch TV as well there. And in number 4, it's a beautiful place where you prepare your food, which is the kitchen. In number 5, that's the balcony. No, that's a balcony. In number 6, let me see what we have. Oh, here we have number 6 is on this part. Okay, here we have number 6. That would be the bathroom. 7. In number 7 we have, is it another bathroom? Oh, what happened here? It's not a bathroom. Oh yes, that's another bathroom. There are 2 bathrooms in that house. That's another bathroom. This is smaller. This is smaller than this one, right? But they are both bathrooms. Then in numbers 8, there we have a dining room, a place in which you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the dining room. No, the dining room where you have your meals there with your family. Number 9, we call them the stairs. And then if you go to number 10, that's my favorite place, because there you can relax, you can sit down on a sofa, talk to your friends when they visit you, and watch TV if you have a TV in the living room. That's the living room. Okay. And in number 11, let me see. Oh yeah, that's a place where you park your car, where you can park your car, and we call it the garage. The garage. Yes. The garage. In number 12, that's somewhere where you, oh yeah, number 12, that's somewhere where you usually put all things, or some people have, for example, the laundry there, and that is called a basement. Number 13. In number 13, it's where you have flowers, plants. If you have children, or if there are children at home, they play there, and we call it the garden. The garden, or in American English, is the yard. And then in number 14, we have, that would be, if that's 14. Here, let me check. Here, number 14. Let's skip it for a second, yeah? And finally, I think that's the last one. So, if number 14 is the stairs, so you call this one in number 9 the hall. That's number 9. The hall. Okay, this is like a corridor you have here in this place, and this part are the stairs. All right, great. Now, so there, as you can see there, we have different places or different parts of the home, of a house, or an apartment as well. Of course, in an apartment they are a little bit smaller, but all of us have these different places in our homes, right? So now what we are gonna do now, here says find the furniture items in the picture, write the letters A to L, and then listen and check. So what we need to do is to match these items from letter A, B, C until letter L, and we have to match with these words. These are pieces of furniture. Furniture. Furniture is like the los muebles. That's furniture. Okay. So those are like it's the group of objects or things, chairs, desks, sofas that you have in your house. That is furniture. So let's see. First, you listen and repeat. Number one, armchair, bed, chairs, stove, cabinets, desk, shelves, sofa, table, closet, washing machine, and a mirror. Yep. So now we are going to write here the answers. There you have the answers for the previous exercise. And here we are going to get the answers for this exercise. The one in which we need to match with every place at home, with every furniture, I mean at home. For example, number one, armchair could be, where's the armchair? The armchair, that's letter K. That's letter K, okay? And then there says number two. If you check, we are doing this according to the number here, according to that order. Number two, there says bed. Where's the bed? If you look at it, letter A is the bed. It's where you, where you sleep, right? And then we have in number three, in number three, it says chairs. That's very easy. Then we have here letter I. Number four, we have stove. The stove, you find it in the kitchen, and that's letter G. It's the cooker, what you say, cocina, but not the room, the machine. This is a stove. Yes. 5, the cabinets. Cabinets are these ones. Here, these ones. The ones in letter H. Cabinets, or you can also call them cupboards. Cupboards. That's the same. Cupboards. Cabinets is American English and cupboards is British English, but both mean the same. These are the cupboards or the cabinets. And then in number 6, we have desk. Desk. I know, that's letter D. That's a desk. 7, shelves. Shelves, letter C. These are the shelves, las repisas. Remember that if you talk about only one, it's shelf. And if you are talking about a plural noun, it could be shelves. So in singular form, shelf. And in plural form, shelves. For example, here, there are 2 shelves. Yeah. Number 8, we have in number 8, the sofa, letter L. And if you notice, this is a sofa, but this one is an armchair. Why? Because this is for only one person, so that's why we call armchair. That's an armchair. But this one, where 3 or 2 people can sit, you call it a sofa. It's bigger, okay? It's bigger. We go to number 9, and there you have a table. A table, where is the table? The table here, I can see that it's on page, or that it's in number. I can find the table. Where is it? Where is the table in this picture? All right, we are gonna skip it, and then we will find where the table is. Yeah. In number 10, we have the closet. The closet is similar to Spanish, so I don't think you have problems with this. Well, actually, closet is English, but people in Spanish also use that word that is in English, the closet, right? 11, the washing machine. It's a machine that you use to wash your clothes. So that would be picture letter, the washing machine. Oh yeah, picture letter F. So that's picture F. Yes, that's picture F. This one's the washing machine, to wash your clothes. To wash your clothes, okay? Washing machine. And then this is the lavadora, remember, washing machine. Yeah. And finally, in number 12, we have the mirror. It's where you can see your own yourself. You can see yourself there, or you can see your face there, um, which is letter E. Letter E. Okay, perfect. So I don't know where is the table. I can find it, but if you find it, let me know on the WhatsApp group where the table is, because I can see it. I can find it where it is. I don't know where it is. Okay. Oh, what happened? What happened with the note we have? Here, this one. It was here. No, we lost it. Okay, so you can go back to the video to see where each word or where um, each letter goes with the words here. Now, we are going to go back to page number, we're going back to page number 48. Okay, so that we can continue working with what we have there. 48. So what do we have here on page 48? As I was telling you, we have already talked about rooms and also furniture. So now here we have listen at the title of the text and the pictures. How is the apartment special? How is the apartment special? Read and the text and check. Yeah. So here we are going to read about a 24-room micro apartment. So if we have the word micro, it's maybe because it's very small, right? So let's see how or what kind of information we find here in this text about this micro. I suppose this is a really micro apartment because look at this. This is like a special bed that some people use, especially when the apartment is very, very small and they sleep at night and very early in the morning they well unfold the bed and they cover it and it's like a piece of furniture. No, it's an item of furniture. So in this case or in this way you save some space. A lot of people do it, especially in countries like in China, I suppose, where they have this technology and also where they can have these kind of beds. So let's see. Here we need to read the text and answer the questions. Here we have a couple of questions, so let's read first, and then we are going to answer those questions. Okay? Oh, look at this! I don't know what this guy is doing with the television in the kitchen. I have no idea. So let's read first, and then we are going to find out why or how is this apartment special. Okay? Here we have 24-room micro apartment, Hong Kong. It's a busy, exciting city with a population of more than 7 million. Like most people in Hong Kong, architect Gary Chan lives in a small apartment. But Gary's apartment has a difference. What is that difference? He can move the walls. Wow, these are the walls. This one, the walls. Las paredes. He can move the walls. It's only 32 square meters. But he can create a lot of new rooms inside it. Wow, 32 square meters, but he can create a lot of rooms inside it. Okay, I'm sorry. And here we have, but he can create a lot of rooms inside it. So let's see how he can do it. When you come into the apartment, you see just one room. There's a wall with a TV on it. But if you move this, you find a kitchen with a sink. A sink is this one. This is the sink. El caño, right? The sink. And a stove. Remember a stove? Next to the kitchen, there's a small wall with a washing machine behind it. Back in the main room, are there any chairs? No, there aren't any chairs. But there's a small sofa on the wall. Wow, the sofa on the wall. You can lift the sofa, lift, put it up, lift, pull down the wall, and it becomes a double bed, very big bed. There are some shelves, remember shelves, the repisas. There are some shelves for books next to the bed, and there's a desk under the shelves. Another wall in the main room has shelves for Gary's 3,000 CDs. If you move this wall, you find a bathroom behind it. And is there space for visitors? Gary can cover the bathtub to make a bed for guests. In total, Gary can make 24 different rooms, including a dining room, a study, a movie room, and there's no balcony, but Gary doesn't mind. It's not a problem for him. He has enough space to have dinner with his friends, do yoga, and even have a party. Wow, that's amazing. Especially because here says that it's only a 32 square meters, right? And he can make like 24 different rooms. And he can do this like organizing different pieces of or different items of furniture in different positions so that he can have kitchen and he can also have a bedroom at the same time. Even here he mentioned that there are some shelves on the books, shelves for books next to the bed, so it's a wonderful place. So let's see here. Read the questions and again, or read the text again and answer the questions. What is Gary's job? Gary's job. What's Gary's job? What does Gary do? So according to the text, here we have that Gary here is an architect. So that's why. Maybe that's why it's very easy for him to organize everything, no? Because he's an architect. How does Gary make the different rooms? How does he make the different rooms? How does he can do it? He can move the walls. So the walls, las paredes, it's possible to move them. And he can create a lot of new rooms inside it. Number 3, where's his bed? Where's his bed? When you come into the apartment, you see only one room. You find a kitchen. There's no wall in the kitchen. Back in the main room, there are chairs and the sofa. You can lift. Here it is. You can lift the sofa, pull down the wall, and it becomes a bed. Interesting. So maybe during the day, there's a sofa, and when he has to sleep, he pulls down the wall, and it becomes a double bed, a big bed for him. Where can guests, people that he invites, where can guests sleep? If you look at paragraph number 4, here says that if you move this wall, you find a bathroom behind it. Is there a space for visitors? Gary can cover the bathtub to make the bed for guests. The bathtub. The bathtub is the tina de baño. That's the bathtub. And here says that he can cover them to make a bed for guests. Wow, he's very creative. And finally, according to the text, what free time activities can Gary do in the apartment? What kind of free activity can he do in this amazing apartment, which is very small because it's only 32 square centimeters, but he is very organized and he has a lot of tricks, a lot of he does a lot of things to organize it and make 24 different rooms. And here the kind of activities that he can do. Here says that he has enough space to have dinner with friends, do yoga, have dinner with friends, and even have a party. It's also possible for him to have a party in that small apartment. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, interesting. So on the next page, there's an activity in which we have to complete the sentences, ask and answer your questions and check your answers in the text. So here, basically what you need to do is to look for information in the text and complete these sentences, okay? So here we have, for example, there a wall with a TV on it. There a wall with a TV on it. If you look at this page, there TV, there's a TV, or here we have there's a wall with a TV on it, right? There's a wall with a TV on it. So here you need to complete there is. There is here. There is. Is it possible to write something? Let me see if it is possible to write something or not. Let's see. Here we have. Is it possible to write something? Unfortunately, not. But I am going to open here a little window in which you can see here. Oh no, it's not possible. Sorry guys, but I wanted to write something here. I don't know what I did now. I think it's here. Oh, what happened? What happened with the here we are again. So I'm not gonna try to write something here again because otherwise I'm going to lose this document. So here we have complete the sentences with the correct information. So there is. Here there should say there is. Yeah, there is a wall with a TV on it. Let me write here the answers. I'm going to write the answers here. So in number 1 we have there is. There is. Number 2, there's some shelves for books. There's some shelves for books. Some shelves for books. Here, look. There are some shelves for books. So here in number 2, we copy that is there are. There are some shelves for books. A balcony. What do they say, or what does the text say about a balcony? There's no balcony. So here in number 3, we have that there is no balcony. There is. Oh no, there is no balcony, right? And finally, in number 4, there any armchairs. Any armchairs. Let me see how many armchairs there are. Here it is, look. No, there aren't any armchairs. There aren't here any armchairs. Oh no, it's already there. No, there aren't any armchairs. So here, as you can see, these expressions, these words like there is, there are, there's no, there aren't, those are words, or those are some phrases or expressions that we use when you want to express that something exists. Okay, for example, here when you describe this room, you can say here, no, there is a TV, there is a sink. In Gary's apartment, there is a kitchen. There isn't a balcony, or there's no balcony, and there aren't any chairs. So when we use those expressions, we say that something exists, that something is there, or you can also say that something is not there or something does not exist. And we usually use these kind of expressions when you talk about for example, places in a city, when you talk about furniture at home. So that's when we use there is. and there are, well, in general, for different things, huh? There's no, this is not necessarily used to talk about houses and furniture. You can also use there is, there are, to talk about fruit, to talk about people, in general, to talk about nouns, singular nouns and also plural nouns. Okay, so let me show you here a PowerPoint I have prepared for you so that you can understand better how this there is and there are used. Let me check. Unit number 6, here it is. That was from yesterday's class. Here, look, there is and there are. So as I told you, you use there is and there are to say that something exists, to say that something is there. So it could be with, as I told you, with objects, with people, with cities, with in general with nouns. Yeah, for example, there is a table, there are 2 desks, and here if you notice the difference, one of them is singular and the other is plural. So here, when it's about singular, you use there is or there are for plural. Okay, and the same here. Here, if you notice, we're using a because it's only one. So you don't say there is one table. You better say there's a table. In the kitchen, there is a fridge, for example. In the living room, there is a sofa, for example, in singular, instead of saying one. You can also say one, but it's not necessarily appropriate when you talk about singular nouns. And here, you say two because you are talking about a plural noun. But of course, you use a number if you know the number of plural nouns you are talking about. In case you don't know, in case you know that it's plural but you don't know the exact number, you can say some. So you can say, for example, there are some desks. There are some. I don't know exactly how many, but I know that there are some desks. In my house, there are some chairs. I don't remember the number exactly, but I know that there are some desks. Okay, so here you can also use, it's not in the book, but you can use here a lot of, which is something very common. A lot of, this is a phrase that I use a lot of. So here you can say some, the number if you want to be specific, or a lot of. Okay, a lot of is usually to talk about a bigger size, a bigger number of something. So you can say, for example, in the kitchen there are some apples, for example. In the kitchen there are 2 apples. You are being more specific if you mention the number. Or you can say there are a lot of apples. A lot of apples. So that means a lot. Un montón, bastante. There are a lot of. Yeah, so that's when you say, as I told you before, that something exists, and not necessarily with furniture. You can also use it with people, with cities, with in general with food also. And in the negative form here, you can see that you just change this. If you say there is, there isn't. There are, there aren't, which is are not, but we say there aren't. Okay, and any here you use it to specify or to give more emphasis that there's nothing of this in this case. Yeah, you can say in the kitchen there aren't any bananas, for example. There aren't any, 0 bananas. Or you can say, for example, there aren't any any people in the street at 8 o'clock, for example. Of course, in some places, no, there aren't any people, any apples, any computers, any students, any books, any something here in plural, as you can see. And here there isn't a table. Why a? Because remember that a is only one. Okay, all right. So, for example, if I tell you to describe, and I tell you, let's suppose I say, Yoeli, can you describe your bedroom? What objects are there in your bedroom? So, for example, maybe Yoeli says, okay, teacher, in my bedroom, there is a television, there is a radio, there are some chairs. There isn't, um, let's suppose you say there isn't a lamp, there aren't any toys, and there isn't a computer because the computer is in the living room, for example, maybe you say, right? So as you can see, it's usually to describe, it could be a room, a city, a place, or something in general to say that something is there or not. But just remember that in singular we just say there is or there isn't, and in plural we use there are or there aren't. And in the interrogative form, it's very easy because you just change the position. Is or are. Is there a table? Are there any desks? Any, if you notice here. Okay, so remember that when you use any is to use them in negative and in interrogative forms. Okay, so here you say in negative but in plural. Okay, negative but in plural. Oh, in both cases, any in plural form in negative or interrogative in plural. Remember, plural. Okay, that's the plural form. So you say, for example, there aren't any students in the morning, for example. In the morning at university, there aren't any students because they have classes in the evening. Or we say, for example, are there any taxis in the street? Are there any taxis in the street? And maybe you say, yes, teacher, there are some taxis. Yes, there are. Or maybe you say, no, there aren't. There aren't any taxis. Okay? Now let's go to your books. Let's look at your books. Let me see. Here we have this one. Yeah. Okay, so on your books, if you go to page number 47 again, 47 one more time, here, this one, is it page 47? Oh no, it's page 49, right? Why does it say 47 here? 49, sorry. This is 49, and this one here, the first one on unit number 6, it's 48, okay? Here we need choose the correct options to complete the rules, then read the grammar box. So, using the information I explained you before, here we can say, you can use some or any, with plural nouns. Yes, that's okay. Some and any with plural nouns. They mean more than one. Yes, as I told you before. No, you say there are, for example, here, look, there are some chairs, or there are some cabinets, for example. Of course, as I told you at the beginning, if you don't know the exact number, because if you know the number, you can say there are 2 cabinets, there are 3 cabinets, there are 4 cabinets. But since you don't know the exact number, you can say there are some. Okay? And what happens with negative? Or with any, sorry. Any, we use any for negative and also for interrogative sentences. For interrogative sentences, but remember, in plural nouns, okay, with plurals. With plurals, we use some, we use some, any, and any for questions. So, the next one. In the next exercise, we use some or any in affirmative sentences. What do we use in affirmative sentences? Look, affirmative. What do we use? Some or any? So definitely the answer is some. Because remember, any is only for negative and interrogative. Okay, you say at 8 o'clock there aren't any people in the street. Are there any people in the street at 8 o'clock? No, there aren't. There aren't because we are in an emergency, in a sanitary emergency. Then in number 2 we use in negative sentences and plural questions. That's very easy. What do we use in negative sentences and in questions in plural? So definitely any. Yes, so that's the general rule to talk about things that exist, things that are there. Okay, remember one more time. If it is singular, you say there is, there's a TV, there's an armchair. If it is negative, you can say there is no, or there isn't, you can say. Isn't or there is no. It's the same, yeah? You can say there is no sofa or there isn't a sofa. There's no balcony or there isn't a balcony. And here in the question form, we just change the position. There is there. Is there a washing machine? Yes, there is. Is there a washing machine? No, there is not. Oh, no, there isn't. All right. And then we have the plural form. If it is plural form, remember we change. There are one, there are two, there are five, there are 10 cabinets, there are some cabinets, and I also explained you that you can also use a lot of for a bigger quantity. Okay? And then in negative, what do we have in negative? There are no or there aren't any stairs. Are there any shelves? In the interrogative form we change. Yes, there are. Oh no, there aren't. So here on the PowerPoint again. If we go to the PowerPoint again, here we have an exercise in which we need to complete using there is or there are. Remember, there is for singular, there are for plural. Okay? There are for plural. So, a t-shirt on the bed. If it is so definitely there is. There is. Okay, so here we say there is. Number 2, 2 books. 2. If it is 2, we say there are. There, I'm sorry for my handwriting. There are 2 books. Or if you don't know the number, you can also replace this this number 2 with some. Remember, but this is when you don't know the exact number, okay? A scarf, so definitely there is. 4 pictures on the wall, 4 pictures, singular, plural, so we say there are. Many books, many is similar to a lot of, or you can also replace using some. A lot of some books. So if it is some, definitely there are. A book on the shelf. Singular. Okay. So you say there is. If you notice, we are describing this room. There's a t-shirt on the bed. There are 2 books on the floor. There's a scarf on the wall, for example. On the floor? Yes, on the floor here. A laptop on the floor. A laptop. If it is a laptop, so we say there is because of the singular now. Some papers on the floor. Some papers on the floor. So here we use there are. And if you notice, as I told you before, if you know the exact number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you maybe you can replace here. Some papers, you can say there are 5 papers on the floor. Yeah. Here, answer the questions. Answer the questions using yes, there is, yes, there are, no, there isn't, and no, there aren't. If you notice these 4 short answers are the answers. It's like the short version of answers, the short answers. Yeah. As I told you before, you can use there is, there are, there is a, there are some, there are a lot of. In general, when you talk about people, places, also food, as I told you before. So you can say, for example, are there any, remember, any for questions, right? Any for questions and for negatives, remember, huh? Any is for questions and also negative sentences in plural, plural. Okay, so are there any eggs in the fridge? Any eggs? Yes. So we copy, here we copy. Oh no, sorry, what happened? What did I do? Okay. Let me copy the answers here. Okay, here. Let me change the color of this so that it's easier for you to recognize the answers. Okay, perfect. Number one. Oh no, this is not here. Here we are. Okay, here. Look. So we have in number one, are there any eggs in the fridge? So we say yes, there are. Why yes, there are? Because here you have the eggs. So we say yes, there are. If you notice, if you observe here, you are using are there here. Are there any eggs in the fridge? So that's why you say yes, there are. Why there are? Because it is in plural. Then we have in number two. Are there any onions in the fridge? Onions, cebollas. No, I cannot see onions. So since I cannot see onions, I say no, there onions. Singular or plural? Plural. So we say no, there are not. Or to make it smaller, we say no, there aren't. No, there aren't. Number three, is there any lettuce in the fridge? Any lettuce? Lettuce. How do you say lettuce in Spanish? Lechuga. Is there any lettuce in the fridge? So here we have, I cannot see any lettuce. So I say no, there isn't. No, there isn't. Yes. So as you can see, as you can notice, if the question is with there are or are there, sorry, the answer is going to be with there are. Are there any onions? No, there aren't. Is there? Yes, there is. Or no, there isn't. Then, in number four, is there any milk in the fridge? Milk. I think this is milk. Let's suppose it's milk, yeah? So if it is milk, we say yes, there. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Question number five, we have, are there any bananas in the fridge? Oh, I can see the bananas here. So if I can see the bananas here, first of all, I say yes. There, look at the bananas. There are 4 bananas. So we say yes, there are. Yes, there are, because it's plural. Number 6, is there a cake in the fridge? A cake. This is a cake. Oh, yes, I can see the cake. So you say yes, there is. Yes, there is. Remember, there is for singular, there are for plural. Number 7, are there any lemons in the fridge? Any lemons? Are these lemons? Yes, no, these are lemons, I think. So we say yes, there. Yes, there are. Why yes, there are? Because here says are there. So we answer using the same expression. And finally, number 8, we have, is there any pizza in the fridge? Pizza. I cannot see pizza. Since I cannot see the pizza, I say no, there, and here I check. Is there? So if it is no, we say no, there isn't. No, there isn't. All right. So here you can see examples of how these questions have been formed, and also the short answers, always considering if you're talking about singular, or plural nouns. All right. Now, if you look at your books, there is an exercise. There is an exercise on page 122. Go to page 122, please. Page 122. Oh no, there should say 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, 120, 21. Yes, perfect. So here says, read the advertisements and then complete the sentences using there is, there are, there is. Yes, there's a, there are, there's, and there are no. So we have to read this first and then we have to answer the questions. Okay? Let's see how we do it. Let's see how we do it. Here in number 1 we have, oh, sorry, this one. Here I am going to write the answers, okay? Here says, first we have to read here. Here we have, first, oh no, third floor, 2-bedroom apartment in a popular area, near stores and a park. 5-minute walk to subway station, living room and with big windows, kitchen, bathroom, shower only, no bathtub, empty, ready to move in. So here we have a rent advertisement. No, this is an advertisement. This is an advertisement here for people maybe who are looking for a who need to rent a room. So in number 1, there's this 2 bedrooms. If you look at this apartment, 2 bedrooms here, living room, empty, 5-minute walk, 2 bedroom, yes. So here, say there are 2 bedrooms. Number 2, a bathroom, yes. How many? Only 1. According to this, only 1. So we say there is a bathroom. A backyard, no, unfortunately there isn't a backyard. All right, there isn't a backyard, but there is a park near the apartments. Perfect. Number 4, some big windows in the living room. Some big windows in the living room. Yes, living room with big windows. Some big windows, plural. So if it is plural, we say there are. There are some big windows in the living room. 5. Number 5, a bathtub in the bathroom. Shower only, no bathtub. So if there is no, we say there. Is it singular or plural? Bathtub. There's here we can say there's no bathtub in the bathroom. Okay, why not there isn't? Because here we can also say there isn't, but the difference is that when you say there isn't, you need to use the a. There isn't a bathtub in the bathroom. So since the a is not here, we just say there is no bathtub in the bathroom, and the a is not necessary here. Yeah, it's not necessary here. So there is no a bathtub in the bathroom is like contradictory. So that's why you use there is no bathtub in the bathroom. 6. People in the apartment right now. People in the apartment right now? No, because here says that it's empty. So we say there If it is no, so we need to use a negative noun. We are going to use there aren't, there aren't, there aren't. But if you say there aren't, you would need to use the word any here. But the word any is not here. So we are not going to use there aren't. There aren't any. We are going to use there are no. There are no people in the apartment right now. There are no. So this is like there aren't. But the difference is that when you say there aren't, here, let's suppose you say there aren't, you need or it's necessary to use any. Yeah, and here in number 6 there is no any, so that's why we say there are no people in the apartment right now. Number 7, some stores near the apartment, some stores near the apartment. Yes, there are. There are because here says some stores, so it is plural, so that's why we say there are. And also you can recognize that it's or you need to use there are because here says stores, and stores is a plural noun. Yeah, so that's why you use there are. There are some stores near the apartment. And finally, number 8, a subway station near the apartment. A subway station, a 5-minute walk to the subway. Yeah, it's near. So there, a subway. Subway, singular, there is. Okay, so here you can see how we use there is and there isn't to talk about places in a town, for example. Now, in interrogative form, here in the interrogative form, we need to complete the questions and the answers about an apartment. Okay, we need to complete information about an apartment. So guys, if it is a question, what do we need to do here? Remember, what do we do? It's very simple. You change the position. There is there. There are there. And always, if it is a question in plural, we say any. And if it's a question in singular, we say a. Number 1. Number 1. Garage in your apartment building. Garage, singular. So we say, in singular, we say there is. But what happens here? Here, you need to ask a question. So what you're gonna do is to change the order. And you say, is there? Is there a garage in your apartment building? Yes, is there a garage? Why? Because garage is singular. Is there a garage in your apartment building? And the answer, there's no. If it is no, we say no, there isn't. No, there isn't. Number 2, shelves. Shelves in the living room. Shelves. Shelves is plural. So if it is plural, we say there are. But what happens here? It is a question. So you need to change the position. Are there. And what do we use for questions in plural nouns? There is a word that we use in questions for plural nouns. And the word is any. Are there any shelves in the living room? And the answer says yes. So if it is yes, we say yes there. Yes there are. Yes there are. Because the question was using the plural form. 3. Number 3. Basement that you can use. Basement. Basement is singular. So if it is singular, we say is there? Is there a basement that you can use? Yes, there. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Number 4. In number 4, there we have sofa in the living room. Sofa, singular. If it is singular, we say, is there? Ah, is there a sofa in the living room? So we say, yes, there is. Can you see? Can you see how we change only the position? If it is a question, is there? And if it's for the answer, there is. Number 5. Number 5, good restaurants in the area. Good restaurants. Restaurants, plural. So since that is plural, we should say are there. Are there good restaurants in the area? But remember the word that you use in questions and in negatives and is any. Are there any good restaurants in the area? No, there's the answer. No, there aren't. No, there aren't. No, there aren't. No, there aren't. Number 6, schools for your children. Schools for the children. Schools, plural, are there. And what do we use for questions? Any. Are there any schools for the children? Are there any schools for the children? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Okay, guys. So you have the questions, you have the options so that you can check your answers. And remember that was page number, let me look at the page. That was page number 122, right? 122. Perfect. 122. Correct. And now we are going to go back to page 49 on your books. Page 49. 49 on your books. 48, 47. What is this? 49. Yeah. Now let's practice some pronunciation in exercise number 5. Here in this exercise we have listen to the pronunciation of theirs and there are. Listen to the sentences and notice how theirs and there are pronounced. Listen again and repeat. So if you can repeat there with me in your houses, that would be great. Number 1, there's a balcony. 2, there are 2 armchairs. 3, there's no sofa. 4, there aren't any shelves. Say the sentences, listen and check. Listen again. There are 5 rooms in the apartment. There's a big table in the kitchen. There's a. When you say there's a big table. There's a big table in the kitchen. 3. There are no chairs in the living room. And finally, there's no garage. Okay? Interesting. Now, if you had noticed before, here on your book, there is an activity that says that you need to complete the sentences using these words. But there is a problem. We don't know what kind of words they are, and we don't know when or how we use these kind of words. Here we have, listen to the description of the apartment, of course, about Gary's apartment, completed with the preposition in the box. Which room is the speaker describing? So here we need to listen to the description and we have to complete it with one of the words here, with one of the words from the box. That if you notice here we have behind, in front of, across from, under, and next to. Okay? But what kind of words are they? When do we use them? Here I have looked for these pictures so that you can see in a clear way how we use these kind of words. These kind of words like in, on, under, next to, between, in front of, behind. These are prepositions of place. And when do we use prepositions of place? To indicate position, as the name says. And there's another one that is not there that we say across from. Okay, for example, the shop is across from the theater, or the theater is across from the shop. So these words, as I told you before, indicate position, okay? And they are called prepositions of place. So Here we have some examples in which you can see how these prepositions of place have been used. In this case, to explain or to give information about where different places are located. Yeah, the example number one, we have the park is across from the school, for example. The park is across from the school. Number two, the bank, where's the bank here? Look, there's a restaurant, a bank, and a post office. So we have the bank is between the post office and the restaurant. Where's the restaurant? The restaurant is next to the bank. Where's the bank? The bank is next to the post office. Or you can also say the bank is between the post office and the restaurant. Number three, the pharmacy is next to the bookstore. Next to. Like here, the restaurant is next to the bank. Next to. The bus stop is on the corner. We don't have that word in the book, but you can also use to explain position of something. On the corner. The buses or the museum is near the hotel. Nearby. And the airport is far from the town, for example. Yeah, as you can see, these words they express, or their job in a sentence is to express the position of different things. Okay, if you look at this map, there's a map with different places in it, like the hotel, the bank, the bowling alley, the bookstore, school, police station, post office, city hall, and bar, for example. And there you can see that all those different places have been located in different positions. So I have a question here. And the question says, where's the post office? The post office. Is there a post office? Oh yeah, look, this is the post office. Where's the post office? Here there are different possibilities. You can say, for example, across from the hospital, between well, not between, no. Or you can say, for example, it's in front, next to the library, for example, like here. Where's the post office? It's next to the library. So you just here replace with one of the places you want to ask. The second, where's the bowling alley? The bowling alley. It's behind the bookstore and the hospital. Okay? So here you can replace with different places. Where's the, for example, you can say, where's the hotel, for example. Where's the hotel? It's behind the bank. Oh, it's behind the bank. So please practice those words related to position, to different positions of place. That's why they are called prepositions of place. All right? Oh, there's an exercise here. Here says that there's an exercise about prepositions of place. And we finish this part with this exercise, 121, if it's 122. Yes, the last one, the last exercise. Okay, and on the last exercise, there is a map as well. Look at the floor map of the house. Complete the sentences with the prepositions of place. Wow. And we have all these prepositions of place, like in front of. The chair is in front of the closet. The shoes are under the bed. The table is next to the bed. The bag is in the closet. The laptop is on the desk. This laptop is between the bookshelf and the bed, for example. No? So here what you need to do is to look at this map and also to complete from unit number 1, from page 1 to 6, the answers for these questions. Number 1, the kitchen is the bathroom. The kitchen is the bathroom. So which word can you use there? The kitchen is the bathroom. So there I think that we can say across from or in front of. Across from, no? Yes, because the kitchen and the bathroom, face to face. Across from. Across from. Number 2. The bathroom is the two bedrooms. The bathroom is the two bedrooms. The bathroom is between the two bedrooms. 3. The dining room is the kitchen. The dining room is the kitchen. The dining room is the kitchen. Can we say is here on this particular case? Can we say number 3, the dining room and the kitchen? Oh, that's very easy. Next to. Next to. 4. The dining room is, oh no, there's a small yard, there's a small garden. The house, there's a small house or a small yard. In the house, it's inside. Number 5, there's large yard in the house, large yard, 40 yard, backyard. There is, yes, there's a large yard across from, can we say across from the house, across from the house. And the last one, number 6, there are 2 trees in the large backyard. In the large black yard. So there you have the answers for all these exercise. Okay, guys. So practice the vocabulary, practice the words, and then we are going to continue with another activity in some minutes, okay?